Going live. Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Going live, going live. We got up in here. Oh, Coco already up in here. What up, Coco? What up, Coco? What up, Coco? And
Oh, you got somebody new talking?
yeah. What's going on? I'm good. I'm chilling, Coco, chilling. Gridiron Yuki, what it do? What it do? Deontay, I see you in here. What's going on? Y'all can hear me, right? My sound should be good though, because I just think I adjusted it. Lakers fan, what it do? Chilling, Gridiron, chilling, 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 chilling. All right, Coco said, yeah, it's all right. We good. We good. We good. We good. We good. How y'all doing this evening, this Thursday night? It's almost the weekend, y'all. What y'all doing this weekend? Can't do nothing because it's COVID. What up, Ruglock? Joseph Heatherly with the super chat. So, well, you I can't answer you anything because you already have it, Joseph. But I appreciate the super chat, man. Love you too, brother. Appreciate the super chat, man. Always love for you, brother. Eric Moraes, what's going on, man? Working your security day shift now instead of working nights. Got home a little while. I know them night shifts, man, are burn, man. I'm telling you. Aaron with the super chat. What's going on, man? So, since you guys are already super chat, I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. But as I was telling you guys before, those of you that already have the Mark Holmes Pilsner glass, let me know. Because the first four people, well, minus Joseph, because he already has one. But spread the mojo for Mark's channel. I'm promoting these two from his channel, helping him out too. So he's giving away 4 of these. So I can enter you in there, Aaron. You're going to be one of them. I'm going to put your name down on here. I'm going to get mine as well. Actually, I'm ordering mine next week. So I'm going to let you guys know when mine come in with my logos on there so you can get them through me as well. Shoot, I need a producer now on my channel. How you spell that? WOJHOSK. Okay. All right, got you, Aaron. Got you, Aaron. Go to Sports 101 podcast on YouTube. Why would I do that? James Barber with the super chat. All right, enter you in there. So that's 2. Got 2. Shout out to you, James Barber. What up, Frat? What up, K9? What's good with you, brother? Man, I'm doing all right, man. I'm just ready for this season to start, man. I'm just ready to see what's popping with this season, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world right now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up just protesting, not doing it. Now, I wouldn't even be mad at that, man, because things got to change, man. It's getting real crazy out here. Shay, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. I'm gonna tell you this. Oh yeah, Gridiron, you said it's your first time in here. But you said you was coming in, so you didn't lie. So you kept it real. You kept it 100 with your boy. Gerald Chavez, what's going on, brother? Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm excited for the season. Again, we only got a couple of weeks. I think the blue and white scrimmage is, Sunday? I know it's a glorified practice, but, I mean, it's still some type of contact football, just to be able to see some things going on. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. AC1, what's going on, brother? Oh, no, you weren't lying, Gridiron. You weren't lying, brother. Cowboys execution. What up, bro? So we know that there were some injuries that transpired. Offensive lineman, what's his name? Mitch Hyatt. He I don't think we didn't get any word on how serious the severity of the situation is, but I don't think it's that bad though. I don't think it's season ending. I just think that he's just going to be out for a little while. Now, we talk about Joe Looney. I know some of you guys didn't want him to be the starter, but whether you like it or not, I think Joe Looney's got that center spot solidified for the season. He didn't do a bad job last time. Mitch Hyatt, like Hyatt is spelled like the Hyatt Hotel, Hyatt. But yeah, Mitch was the one that we drafted him last year. I think in the 7th round or whatever. Or was he undrafted? No, they got him. He ended up being undrafted. I had him on my board in the 7th round. My bad for last year's draft. But I'll tell you one thing. You need as much as these guys as possible because they got to figure out who's going to be the swing. Cam Irvin, he's trying to heal up from his injury and things of that nature. Lyle Collins, I think he was just more of just out of shape coming into camp. Now, some of these guys that come into camp out of shape, right? What I'll tell you guys before, not every player is a guy that goes into the offseason like a workout warrior. Some of these guys just take off. And I think when COVID hit, I think a lot of these guys didn't think that the football season was going to happen. So I think in that aspect, they were just thinking like, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to, whatever happens, happens. So that's what happened. He came to camp, and when they did the conditioning test, he didn't pass it. So I don't know why they were keeping it secret. I don't understand why they were keeping it secret. He said Looney is solid. I'm comfortable with him holding down the fort. I am. I'm definitely holding it down for Looney. Looney is a good dude, man. If you guys heard him talking to the players after practice and stuff like that, sending out prayers for people with COVID, and just prayers up for people that dealing with the police brutality and just everything going on in the world, man. But it's good to see these players, no matter what race or color or whatever, wherever they come from, they come together as a brotherhood, man. And I love to see that, man, especially when it comes to our particular football team. He said Cowboys and Eagles will battle for the NFC East. Yeah, we'll see about that. I know the Eagles just lost their left tackle too. Their starting tackle. The Eagles don't need to lose any offensive lineman for real, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, Carson Wentz, he's one hit away from not playing in this league no more. You said, thank goodness we didn't pick up Thomas. Yeah, he's still out there though, and everybody kept talking about, oh, we want Thomas, but I don't see no other teams rushing to get him. Even Kenny Stills was like, bro, I'm good. I don't even want him on my team. Like, for whatever reason, he's rubbed some players the wrong way. And people are not feeling Earl Thomas right now. So, I get it that he's a good player, but, at this point, I'd rather get Eric Reed up in here because, Anita, what's going on? How you doing? Cowboys Universe, what it do? You said Earl Thomas might go to Houston. I don't know. Do they want him? I don't think they want him. I don't think O'Brien and them want him either. We'll see. The longer ET is out, the better the Cowboys' chances. I mean, but do you really want it though? I mean, I get it that at some point he's just gonna have to take whatever. But he kept saying that he wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy all this other time. But really, he was chasing the money. That's why he went to the Ravens for that $50 million. But for whatever he did there, he really rubbed those people the wrong way. It's Thursday, the 26th. David Jenkins, what it do, brother? Texans coach. You said the Texans coach hate Earl Thomas. That's why I said I'm pretty sure the Texans would have jumped on it if they really wanted him. Nah, we know they don't want him. Oh yeah, what up, Skywalker? I thought that was you. You changed your YouTube name. You said Skywalker. You said you want Earl Thomas to get in there to see where his head is at. I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. But this is the thing. I'm gonna put it to you like this: the things that were coming out with the Ravens, like, do you want that trouble though? Because if he was so good, why would the Ravens get rid of him? Like, apparently he was blowing assignments. Apparently he wasn't getting along with his fellow players. Apparently he was missing meetings. Talking about he needed to get his car washed. Come on, bro. Like that cocky attitude doesn't work well in the NFL. And you got to understand that, like when you got a team, and he's what 31 now. You are a veteran in this league. At this point, you are supposed to be set an example to these young players. But you're not setting an example when you're coming out there fighting a young player and doing things like that. I understand that fights happen in the league because I know when I played football, we had tussles all the time. But it's different between a tussle and just blatantly just causing a problem, being a problem to the organization. Apparently, they thought that it was not worth it for him to be on the team, and no players vouched for him. So for the fact of the matter that your coworkers didn't vouch for you, so it makes the situation like a little. I just want to know more about the situation, what's going on, because if it's like that, I don't want no part of that, because you see the way our DBs and stuff are meshing and hanging out and doing things like that. You don't want anybody to come in and break up that locker room. You don't want that. You don't want another Greg Hardy situation. That's what you don't want. AC, when you said, how would you feel if players in the NFL boycotted games in the season the way the NFL players are doing? Well, the NBA players, they're actually supposed to be coming back and playing tomorrow. So I think that they were just boycotting for these couple of days. I don't know. Let's see how long the NBA players do it. But from what I heard from reports today, that they're supposed to play their slate of games tomorrow. Now, if the NFL does do it and teams decide they want to do it, then we'll cross that road when we get there. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna feel any type of way about it, because I'm down for the reason for doing it. Skywalker, you said the car wash is wild. I know sometimes you just don't fit though. At least to interview him, well, that's fine. And I hear it, and I hear that. If you interview him and they come in there and he has a meeting with Stephen Jones and Will McClay and Coach Mike McCarthy, and they come in there and they say, "Hey, this is a situation. Don't come in here with that bull. All right, this ain't the Ravens. This ain't Seattle. This is Dallas, bro. Like if you go come in here, you go come in here and play, or your ass is out of here on the next trip." That's pretty much how that's gonna go. Brian SoCal, what it do? For he can bring his troubles over here. I want him. If Randy Moss can straighten up in New England, so can Earl. Yeah, but and it's a whole different type of thing in New England, man. They gotta like when you walk in the door, it's already like. But I'm pretty sure Mike McCarthy has that same thing. Now, if this was the Jason Garrett team, I don't want him, because he would come in here and do what the hell he wanted to do, because Jason Garrett ain't pulling nobody's neck to say, "Hey, hold on, hey, bro, you can't come in here with that crap." But I think that Mike McCarthy would do that. Now, granted, if he comes in here and he keeps his head down and does his work, okay, I'm fine with it. But outside of that, you don't need that, because you're seeing the way that this team is meshing together, and you just don't want that extra crap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want. They are comparing Earl Thomas issues to the likes of Randy, Alden, Irvin. That's way off. Those guys are excellent teammates and like the locker room. I agree with that. Alden Smith, like, granted, he did a lot of things in the past, and he learned from his mistakes. You ain't gonna hear nothing out of Alden. Randy Gregory, all he did was smoking some weed. You know what I mean? I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke weed, but a lot of people do it, so I don't see anything wrong with it from that standpoint. Like, it wasn't like Randy Gregory, like you said. Randy Gregory was never an issue with teammates. Everybody loved him. Hell, they want him back now. This coaching staff wants him around. Now, David Irving, he had an issue with Jason Garrett, and then sometimes what you can't do, you got to have humility. You can't come into a situation where you say some stuff publicly about your coaches and stuff. And I'm not saying I don't agree with what he said. I did, but when you're playing on a team, you can't do that. When you're on a team, you have to, even if you have bad, ill things about your coaching staff, you can't say it until you roll. To Cowboys, what's going on? How you doing? But again, I think that when Jerry Jones was talking, he was just like, when he said he wasn't closing the door, he was saying like, if he goes around and he tries to get somewhere, and nobody wants to pick him up, then okay, then quite possibly it'll be a situation where they get him on a good deal, on a quick deal. Um, he said the car wash isn't what you think, according to Vosh. Look at the car wash under Urban Dictionary. So he wasn't actually talking about his actual car. I don't know. I see you know what kind of car wash. Okay. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I definitely don't want no part of it. Dallas Cowboy fan 1973. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. So I mean that's just how I feel about the whole situation. Yeah, the Niners don't want him either. Don't nobody want him. If it was a situation where teams was like, okay, his talent is worth it, they would have picked him up by now. He's still out there. It's been what he got, and the longer that it takes for him to get on a team, the murkier his chances become. It's almost like that situation like with AB. Like you force yourself off a team and then it doesn't work out for you. You think that these other teams want you, but in actuality, they're talking to these other coaches. And as a player, you should know that. You know these coaches talk to each other and they tell each other about you. And if you're a person that's not a team player and coming in there and going to work, they don't want that. He said just getting there from work. We dodged the big one here in Houston. Praying for everyone in South Texas back home. Oh, you're in Houston? I didn't know you lived down there in Houston. What's going on down there? Is it y'all got that storm, that hurricane down there? Michael, no, it's not Michael It's Michael Irvin, not Michael Irving. It's like my name. My name is Irvin, but it's spelled with an E, not an I. But Michael Irvin is without the G. People mess up my first name like that too. You said Dave Irvin was a waste of talent. Yeah, he was. Come on, and that's the thing, man. Like he has so much talent, and with them long arms, man, he really was a good defensive end, man. And I swear, if he had his stuff on straight, he could have been a really good defensive player for us going forward. But I'm just not with it. Chris Cantu, what it do, brother? Doomsday, man. I'm all right, man. How you doing? Charles Haley has the same attitude. But see, everybody wants to compare it to Charles Haley. You can't compare it to Charles Haley. That's a whole different generation, right? Charles Haley was a dog, but he also was a team player. You can't compare that. Charles Haley was a mean son of a gun, but he was also a team player. Earl Thomas is not a team player. That's the big difference. Understand that. You probably put Earl Thomas more in a situation with the Greg Hardy when it comes to stuff like that. And the thing about Earl Thomas, he done moved his family back home to Austin, Texas. But then, you want to go to Cowboys so bad, but again, you keep forcing your hand. Teams are not going to be looking at you, but I'm going to move forward with that. And he was definitely productive. All right, we got number 3 in here. Shout out to Paul Johnson for the super chat. You are in the drawing for to get mailed the Mojo, the Spread the Mojo Pilsner glass from Mark Holmes. And before I finish, I'll let you guys know what you need to do. And I'm pretty sure you already got Mark's email, but I'll speak on it again before I end the chat tonight. Blessings, bro. Keep putting out great content, Cowboys always. Appreciate you, Paul. Definitely appreciate it, man. Stevie Mac and Cheese, what up? Kyle Yeomans was just on the late night hype last night. He said a ton of info from what we saw at camp so far. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And see, and like Kyle Yeomans and what's the other dude? These guys, they've been around the team, so they know a lot too. But also some of the things that they think they're not giving information the team is not giving them information that they're pertinent information. So a lot of the stuff that they're saying is also guesses too, just like how we do. Yeah, Greg Hardy was potential. Definitely wasted talent, guys. Definitely wasted talent. Yeah, and see when you hear Mike McCarthy talk, you can tell that he really is like he really feels some type of way about what's going on in this world too. He cares. He cares about his players and things of that nature. And that's the type of coach you want. You want a coach that's engaged. I mean, that is the biggest thing this offseason is them getting Mike McCarthy as the coach. I couldn't be happier with it. You two had to take care of I just wanted to help you out. Take care of my brother. All right, Joseph Heatherly, man. Appreciate you, man, coming through. God bless you, my brother. Any news on the rookie center? Oh, you mean Tyler Badish? Yes. He's been fighting in camp. He's looking pretty good. But as of right now, like I told you guys before, it's not because there's no preseason games. A lot of these young guys are not getting the opportunity to actually get a chance to start over the starters because, again, the perceived starters are pretty much what they're going to go with as far as going into the season because, again, we're only a few weeks left until we go play the Rams. So it's not enough time. Next week, they're going to, like on Monday, they're literally going to start implementing the game plan for the Rams. So it's not enough time for these young guys to show. But he has been getting snaps, though, with some of the other guys being injured and getting held out of practice. So Tyler's looking good. So look at him maybe for next year to maybe get a starting position or something like that. But right now, Joe Looney's got that center on lock. Now, if something happens, he might, barring we don't need any more injuries. But I'm just saying, it's always a possibility. Why y'all don't like Clint Dix? Let me tell you something. I know y'all been hearing some of the guys talking about, might. He's not losing his spot, right? You got to understand the thing about Clint Dix, and I'm gonna tell you from when he played. If you go back and look at his tape from the Packers, he played pretty well. He was a first round draft pick for a reason. Don't diminish Clint Dix and what he can do. When he went to the Redskins, he didn't play as well because, again, unfamiliar scheme, unfamiliar. Just come on now, it's Washington. They did things differently. A lot of DBs that came from other places didn't do well there. But he goes to Chicago. He plays well in Chicago. I think he had like 2 interceptions or something like that, and he had like a gang of tackles. The thing about the type of safety he is, he's a box safety. So with him being a box, he's a rangy guy. So he's all over the place. He can come down into the box, help out with the linebackers and tackling and stuff like that. With this training camp, there's really no tackling. There's not like a lot of that stuff going on. So you can't show what you can do in these practices like that. So again, understand that when they were talking about him potentially losing his spot, he's not losing the spot. They were giving Darian Thompson props. That's what they were doing. But Haha's not missing that. He's not missing his spot. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure that that's the situation. It's going to be him and Xavier Woods starting at safety. So he's not going nowhere. And you're gonna need his talent. Trust me. Go back and look at Chicago tape. Go back and look at Green Bay Packers stuff. I just want y'all to understand. Just because you guys hear something, don't always just take that with a grain of salt, right? Because again, they're just putting information out there. So, kind of just formulate your own synopsis on what's going on. Because if I know you guys are smart, I know you guys are watching some of these things too and seeing some of these things. So when you hear something, don't always just go with that. Just understand, just take it, just hold it in your head, take it with a grain of salt, but understand that it's not what you think it is. And again, practice is different in the game. But what they're going to do, and see, another thing is they're not trying to throw their hand out there too. They're not trying to show what they're going to do. See, Clint Dix is familiar with this particular scheme we're doing, so he really doesn't have to be out there doing all of the stuff because he already knows what to do. You know what I mean? So he's been in the McCarthy system. And he knows what Mike Nolan is expecting out of him. They're in the meetings and stuff and going over stuff. So they're gonna have these guys all over the place. So don't worry about it. Yeah, them Washington players didn't have much success, but I will have to give it to the Washington though. Their front line is going to be good. Their defensive front is going to be good this year. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Michael. Don't like I said, I think HaHa's going to be all right, man. Dana Jet, what's going on? I ain't seen you here in a minute, bro. Thurman Tank James, what's going on? Robbie Radford, what's going on? The Cardinals would be a good matchup for our secondary. Yeah, they would. They will. And they do kind of that, like they do a lot, man. They put their receivers in the slot a lot. They love that slot play. Those slant routes and stuff. They love to do that. Yeah, I need that. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it is hard to be a Cowboys fan. It always it's hard to be a Cowboy fan, especially when you have an owner that's like, and I get it. Jerry Jones is, you gotta understand, like he comes from that different age of time. Like, he's let's be honest with you, he's an old rich white man. Like he doesn't understand the stuff that's going on right now in the world. You know what I mean? I don't expect him to understand it. But it's crazy that he's like straddling the line. You can't straddle the line, man. You got to either be for your players, because we know he supports what we got, the president we got. We know he supports that. But, I don't necessarily agree with that. I ain't trying to get into politics on here. But at the same time, like, you got to look at the whole situation as a broad. Like, him being the age that he is, he's what, 77 years old? He doesn't get it. And I don't expect him to get it. I don't. But what I do expect him to do is at least understand where his players are coming from and support his players. That is his only. That's the only thing I expect out of him right now. E2, how worried are you about our offensive line and energy? We've made it through. You know what I mean? Like we know, with Tyron Smith and things of that nature. And Lyle Collins just, once he gets his conditioning back right, he'll be good to go. I mean, the only real injury for real. I mean, and I mean, even with Tyron Smith, his hamstrings. I mean, that's just not being there in off season like that. But I think we'll be okay. And even if one of these guys does come out and play, a lot of guys that got injured were like backup guys anyway. So now, long as Cam Irving comes back and does what he needs to do, because I think he'll be the primary, because he's a veteran, he's going to get that former first round player. He's probably going to get that swing tackle job just off of the strength of, his accolades. So, I think long as he comes back good, I think everything else will fall in place. They did sign one of those offensive tackles. What was his name? Is it Pace? Forgot his first name, but they signed Pace. So let's get him in here, see what he does. So trust me, we're still in a much better situation offensive line-wise than a lot of teams. And we already talked about the Eagles and their deficiencies on offensive line. I almost feel sorry for them. And again, we all talked about this. Coaching matters. We've seen the Eagles be decimated with injuries. They had practice squad players starting and still were able to win games. And that's coaching. That's being able to coach your team the right way. Anita, you said we need a silent owner? Yeah. Well, see, he was silent, Anita, the whole offseason. Everybody kept saying why he ain't never say nothing. So I guess Jerry's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. He can't win for nothing. They want him to shut up, and then when he does shut up, they're like, well, why he ain't say nothing? Yeah, Jerry knows how to make money. That's it. He's a businessman. That's it. Only thing hard about being a Cowboys fan is looking at fake fans' comments negative. Yeah, that crap irritates me. It really does. I just don't get how you could hate Dak Prescott. And the dude is a stand-up as a not even forget football as a player. As a player, what Dak Prescott is as a person is just. I mean, he's just to deal with his mom passing away, to deal with his brother committing suicide. It's a lot on his plate, and then being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys and hearing in the news every day people talking crap about you, and he just goes about his day like it's nothing. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure he wallows at home when nobody's around, but when he's in public, he is doing what he needs to do, and he's out there supporting his team and being the leader of this football team like he's supposed to. With no quality left tackles out there, E2, we're going to stir across it with. Yeah, man, I kind of feel sorry for what do they call him, the North Dakota assassin or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Pace as a swing tackle, yes, sir. Yeah, we'll see. It'll either be him or Cam Irving. You said the O line a suspect. Look at it like this. Look at it like this, RJ. That means our defensive line are some monsters then. Because you talking about you got Everson Griffin, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, you got Tyrone Crawford, you got all these guys rushing at you, right? You got these Pro Bowl guys and Dontari Poe in that middle. Come on. Of course they're gonna make the offensive line outside of our first like Tyron Smith and like our starters. They are putting these young guys. They run them through the ringer. But again, having a good defensive line helps make your offensive line stronger, and vice versa, because they're basically practicing like they will play. Let's use it for the secondary. It's the same situation. When you got good wide receivers like the Cowboys do right now, it makes your DBs better. And if your DBs are good cover guys, it helps make your wide receivers be like, okay, well, maybe I have to high point the ball this way, or maybe if I had to catch it out here. So it helps them become better at what they do by playing against higher level talent. So the fact of the matter that we got good talent all over this roster, it helps this team as a whole, if that makes sense to you guys. You said, "Don't I dare feel sorry for them damn birds." I hear you. I try to be nice, man. I try to be nice, Dana. I try to be nice, bro. I try my best to be nice. The Eagles front office hired an Oklahoma assassin to take that dude. You stupid. and Victor, you talking about Gallimore? Like, I really love what Gallimore brings to this situation too. It was a good thing that they drafted that guy, because again, remember in the past we weren't signing no 3 techs, we weren't signing no 1 techs. Because they're not the flashy positions. They're the positions that they're the lunch pail positions. Those are the positions I told you guys that does the hard work on the inside. Their whole job is to clog the tank. You're not going to see Dontari Poe pretty much like getting sacks. If he's getting sacks at the 1 tech, that means that he ate up them blocks and knocked down 2 of them offensive linemen at the same time to get to the quarterback. That's a pretty good situation right there. And when you look at it from the grand scheme of things, it's even better. When you're getting production, when you're getting a push from your 1 and your 3 technique, oh, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful, because then your ends are really eating. That means that you're doing something right on the defensive line. And the quarterback, that means the pocket completely collapsed and there's nothing you can do. What up, Chase, man? I'm doing all right. How you doing? Trash can full of dirt. Like Mark Holmes said, speaking of Mark Holmes is in here. Shout out to Mark Holmes. Mark, I got 3 of the 4 people in line for your glass, man. Mark, put your email in the chat, man. I know some people know it already, But Mark, put your email in there, cowboysmark94@gmail.com. Put your email in there for those guys the super chat, and I'll do it again at the end and make sure. I need one more super chat for Mark Holmes Glass. There it is, Mark cowboysmark94@gmail.com. There we go. Let's see what we got. You said history tells us anything, it does it be at some point. Oh, Victor Westfall. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Now you're the fourth. So all right, we got all the four. Now, if anybody else super chats, I will make sure you guys get taken care of when I get my glasses and stuff made. Which I'm working on that this weekend. So Aaron Wojcicki, James Barber, Paul Johnson, and Victor Westfall. All four of you guys email Mark Holmes. You guys email Mark Holmes for your glasses. And Mark, I'll give you the names too later. James Burton, thanks for the super chat, brother. Rue Glock, I was talking to Gridiron in the chat. Oh, okay, my bad, Rue. Robbie Radford, you said get that glass. All right, so Mark, that's 5 then. Robbie want one too. Let me get you in there, Robbie. James Burton is already on there though. Shoot, now I need a producer. Oh, that's right. It's a James Barber and a James Burton. God, I see. Mark can't mess this one up because they're both James B. One is Burton and one is Barber. All right, Joseph Times, what's going on, man? Lola, what up, Lola? Got to come in and show love to E2 Blue Workroom. Oh man, look, we gonna get here in the DMV. We definitely gonna get the aftermath of the storm and everything like that. So back to what I was talking about. Okay, so you guys were talking about the offensive line, and you know, I know some of you guys are worried, but again, when we're not in a situation like the Eagles right now, we still got our starting guys. They're gonna start. They don't need Tyron Smith to be in there right now because again, they still got to evaluate these young guys. And I told you guys before. With no OTAs, with no mini camps, with no real offseason, and them just coming together in July, and you're expecting them to just go play the Rams, it's a lot. And again, they got to get this roster down from 80 to 53 or 55 or whatever what they're doing for the season. And then they got to get their 16 practice squad guys. So again, I feel sorry for these younger guys because it's harder to evaluate them because everybody is not getting the opportunity to do anything. Now, you know who your starters are. For those of you guys that wanted Tyler Badish or Connor McGovern to start at center, you're probably not going to see that this year. But just a heads up, those guys are looking good in camp. They're doing what they need to do. But this defensive line, it just shows you how good this defensive line is going to be this year because these guys are playing. They are playing hard. You said Donovan Wilson will start soon. We'll see. He'll definitely be one of the guys that they rotate with. See, the thing about this staff is they're big on that rotation because they want fresh guys in on every down. They want to make sure that everybody is hitting it hard 100%. So with them rotating like that, it's one, going to keep guys healthy. Two, going to keep guys not being out of breath and like worn out and stuff like that. And so by the end of the season, you know that it's a track race by the time the playoffs come, because once the playoffs come, it's either put up or shut up. You get to a situation where it's like, okay, we got to get here, win. We have to win. It's win. It's go time. Yeah, and you got to be happy with them getting the reps because some sections in the team are not getting the reps. Trayvon Diggs is looking good out there. I don't think he's going to be the starter though, but he's definitely looking good. They're gonna throw him in there, but you got to understand how that cornerback position works though. Depending on whether you're going nickel or dime, you can have between 2 cornerbacks out there on the field, or you can have 3, or you can have 4, or you can have 1 safety. So it really depends on how they do it. You know what I mean? You might see them go with a shit. They might line up in a 3-3-5, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 DBs. You never know. You never know what they're gonna do. They're gonna switch this thing so much. It doesn't matter whether it's a 3-4, a 4-3, a 3-3-5. It don't matter. It don't matter what they're running. These guys are gonna come out there and they're gonna hit the ground running. And I'm excited about that. I'm definitely excited about that. Yes, Trayvon Diggs is definitely a ball hawk. Now, with this new staff, everybody's looking back for the ball right now because that's what they're telling them to do. You know, it's not like with Marinelli and Chris Richard, where they were just like, no, I don't want you guys to look back for the ball. That's wrong. You never tell your DB not to look back for the ball. The thing with Diggs is Diggs also played wide receiver too. So he's a two-way player. He knows how to play wide receiver. So when he sees that ball, he's a natural ball hawk because he's used to like being a wide receiver and catching the ball. But the fact that he's now a corner helps him even better in coverage. E2 saw you on Mark's channel. Fins fan. You're a Fins fan. Just Jose, appreciate it, man. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins, man. Y'all got some, like, y'all got a lot of our players. Y'all got Byron Jones. I know y'all happy that y'all got him. And I think that what's his name? Alan Hearns he opted out, so I don't think he's playing this year. But I appreciate you, Jose. Let me see. You said Diggs will be our number 1 corner. Maybe after this season, but right now, remember, AB is still the fastest corner we got on this team. And remember, they signed him a 3-year contract for a reason. Everybody wants to forget about AB. Everybody want to forget about Chidobe and Awuzie. Like, I'm telling you, all these guys are going to play better this year because of the way the defense is predicated. Now, I said this in my last video when Xavier Woods, when they were talking to him. You got to understand, you got to take what these players say with a grain of salt in their interviews, especially when they're asking them about old coaches and stuff like that. They're not going to just throw the old regime under the bus. They're not going to say that, oh, Marinelli's system was old and trash and garbage, and it was tired. It was played out. They're not going to say that. They may think it, but they're not going to say that because, again, I told you guys he contradicted himself in there. He said that it wasn't the scheme last year that wasn't them. It was them not doing their job. So if that's the case, but then he said that the San Francisco 49ers had the same scheme. But if that's the case, then how were they in the Super Bowl? You see what I'm saying? So, like, it didn't make sense when he said. And then then they turned around and asked him, oh, how do you like this new coaching staff and the new system? Oh, we love it. We can't wait to get to work. They never said that about the last one. So, again, I pay attention to these things. Like, it's just the little stuff that they say. It's like, first of all that he was saying about him respecting the other system was bullshit. They know that they love what's going on right now because it's going to make them all play better. You can't sit here and tell me that scheme is not important because the scheme is all day important. Anthony Brown, that's what they call him, AB. I know y'all get it confused with Antonio Brown, but you know there's only one AB on the Cowboys. You know we're talking about Anthony Brown. What up, Alan? What is Mark's email address? It's cowboysmark94@gmail.com. If you Paul, if you go back up to the chat, if you scroll back up, Mark posted it in there under his name. You said put my son's name on a jersey, first and last. That way he'll never be traded. I might get him a custom Cowboys jersey. Not right now though, because he's only like he's still an infant, but he's still a toddler. I'll wait till he when he get a little older. I'll get him a custom jersey with his name on it. But his mama's a Ravens fan, so you know how that go. um, what do you think of Trayvon Diggs in practice? Oh, you just got in, Alan. I literally just said it. Like you like just missed it. But no, I said he's a ball hawk. The fact that he's a two-way player, he's played both cornerback and wide receiver. It helps him in that aspect because he's able to track the ball and take chances. Now, but you got to be careful taking chances. Now, one thing I will say that he needs to develop in, and it's going to take some time, and he has to learn that at NFL level. You can't jump every route because these wide receivers are savvy and they're in the league for a reason. So you can't jump at everything because you'll jump. If you miss, that receiver going to the house. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be smart when you're jumping routes. John Jones, thanks for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Michael, 50 plus sacks. Let's go. What, in the whole season? Oh, you mean collectively? Yeah, I got you. Now, one guy on this defensive line that has to be the most excited about what's going on is DeMarcus Lawrence because he's got Dontari Poe. He's got Everson Griffin coming in here. Aldon Smith. Like, you see him talking to these other guys. Like, he got buddy with Aldon Smith. He got buddy with Everson Griffin. Like, as soon as they came onto the team, he's like, yes, thank you. I have former Pro Bowl guys in here with me to help me out on this defensive line. And I'm excited about what's going to transpire. I hope y'all ready for this. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Sorry, I missed the majority of your live. No, it's cool. I mean, I only started 46 minutes ago. I'm just messing with you, Alan. But you can always go back and watch what you missed later. So that's the good thing about it. Once I post everything. Can't wait for CD to punk Rager for good luck. See, man, look, they were talking about. See, the Eagles was talking about the fact that they got Darius Slay over there now from the Lions. I saw him get burnt by Rager. Chris Wise, I'm good. How you doing, bro? You said that's not good. We play the Ravens this year. You have to make him a Cowboys fan. Oh, he gonna be a Cowboy fan. I know. Like I said, I know his mom already got him. He's got a Ravens onesie. I don't care if he wears a Ravens onesie. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the Ravens. Now, as long as it ain't the Washington team or any other team in our division, I don't have an issue with the Ravens. One, they're an AFC team, and I guess you could say I will root for them, as an AFC team, long as they're not playing the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I don't really have. I respect the Ravens organization. I do. I really like how they conduct business. I'm like what you call I'm not a fan of the team, obviously, but I will support. Let's put it that way. Do I think the Cowboys will be able to beat the Seahawks? Yes, we've done it before. Dak Prescott went in there in the playoffs and beat them. Now, even more now because when we play them, they're not going to have any fans there. So you're not going to hear all that. It's not going to be so loud as like it was before. What day is scrimmage, Robbie? I think it's on Sunday. I don't know what time, though, but I think it's on Sunday. Joseph, I always give an hour. Shit, we already 48 minutes in. Hell, depending on how long you guys stay in here is how long I normally stay on. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. I mean, one time I was on here 2 hours. It just depends on how long y'all want to listen to me talk. So I pretty much like the length of it. It depends on you guys. I'll put it like that. Oh, Chris, you just came in here too. I talked about the safeties too, because there were some people in here that didn't have any faith in HaHa. That's because they were listening to all those guys talk about HaHa Clinton Dix, and understand when they were saying about him not having his position. I don't think that they meant that he's going to lose his spot. I just think that they were giving praise to Darian Thompson and some of the other guys coming in. But I think that haha paired with Xavier Woods and stuff like that. I think they're going to be the starting safeties. Both of these guys are aggressive players, so they're going to get their tackles, they're going to get their interceptions, and they're going to get their bat downs. I just think as a whole, with our safety and cornerbacks, I think that with the scheme that we're running and us being able to disguise coverages and not being predictable, that's already going to set us apart. And I just think that it's going to be a good situation. Yeah, the Seahawks got Jamal Adams, but Jamal Adams is not a guy that can't get beat. I've seen him get stiff arm before. I've seen him get burnt. There's no such thing as a shutdown safety or corner anymore. Guys get beat. Guys get beat. Oh no, I'm not going to Mark's house tomorrow only because I have my son. This is my weekend to have my son. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be at Mark's house. So probably Sunday, but not tomorrow. Why is Reed not signed? Anthem, you already know, and that's why I said I would rather Eric Reed than Earl Thomas. That's just me, and I think that Eric Reed would mesh better on this team than Earl Thomas would. That's just the way I feel about it. Wasn't who a Washington fan? I was never a Washington fan. I'm not even from the DMV. I'm from Indiana. I was never a Washington fan. Can't believe you just said that. Alden Smith looked good in practice. Yeah, I mentioned that too. Um, that D Law is probably the happiest. He's probably the happiest that Alden Smith is here because he's got that help on that line. I don't think the secondary is suspect at all. They've actually been doing very well in practice. They've been batting down balls. They've been getting interceptions. They've been playing these wide receivers good. Also, Joseph, you got to realize our wide receivers are good. So the fact that like they are getting beat from time to time lets you know how good our wide receivers are as well. So I mean, they win some and they lose some. That's just how it is. Saul Molina, what's going on? Your brother-in-law is a diehard Steeler. I've been waiting for years for this game, man. I bet. I bet. But ain't no rivalry like that Steelers Ravens, I tell you that. He's gonna be forced to sell the team. No, I don't think he's gonna be forced to sell the team because there's too much that goes into that. It's too much politics that go into that. Meaning that like they're gonna have to go to the board, they're gonna have to ask other NFL owners what they think. And if these other NFL owners try to push them out, then they're gonna have a microscope put on the other head of these because I look, I'm pretty sure Dan Snyder not the first one to break some rules in the league. I'm just saying. Robert Kraft. So, these owners ain't they can be touched too. So I'm just saying. I don't think Earl's coming to Dallas. If Earl was coming to Dallas, they would have signed him by now. The only way I see them signing him now is if he just gets desperate and be like, I'll play for $3. They're not gonna pay. They're not gonna blow the farm for him. I'm excited. What up, Sheila? What it do? Yeah, we've been hearing good things about Tristan Hill, and I think that with him taking that opportunity out now, yeah, Robert Kraft, with him taking that opportunity out to basically utilize the time that he has to be out there on that field, because again, this is his last chance. He's got a clean slate with this new coaching staff because they didn't bring him in. So there's no loyalty there. So you better go in there and do what you need to do to play and to win. Gerald McCoy's out. So you got to step up. It's him or Gallimore. And I'm pretty sure he don't want Gallimore to take that spot over him. So, because he's tired of hearing people say negative stuff about him. That's the thing. Said, don't it feel good going into the season? McCarthy has brought a new life. He's definitely brought a new life. I mean, just the little things he did. Put the players' names on the back of the practice jerseys. Getting the quarterbacks to wear the red jerseys and things of that nature. It's the little things that he's doing. It's the little tidbit things that he's doing that makes a big difference right now. And I'm loving all of it. So I feel you on that one. When is Randy Gregory coming back? El Jefe, I don't know, man. Whenever whenever Roger Goodell decides he don't want the Cowboys to suffer no more. How about that? Should the Cowboys sign another safety? You can probably answer that question on your own. Reason why I say that is because who's out there? Who's out there? I don't think that there's really anybody out there that they deem that's better than what they have now outside of Earl Thomas and Eric Reed. So who you gonna get? Who you gonna sign? It's not, these players ain't growing on trees. Gregory Atkinson, what up, bro? Appreciate you coming in here. Yeah, Deontay, I love the defensive line, man. I just think that they got a new life right now, and I'm loving what they're doing. CeeDee Lamb better in the slot or outside? It don't matter. It don't matter where he lined up, Michael, because again, what you're gonna see this season is and you got to be excited when I tell you this. You got to be excited about this. Our top 3 wide receivers, all 3 of them can play all 3 spots. They can play the X, they can play the Y, they can play in the slot. They can play all the positions. So there's not going to be a situation where like, oh well, Amari Cooper's got to stay on the left side of the field, and then Michael Gallup's got to be on the right side, and then we're just going to line up CeeDee Lamb in the slot, and we're just going to do sluggo slant routes all day. No. They're going to be able to play all the positions. So they're going to chuck and jive and move them around like nobody's business. Guitar slinging zombie killer. Yes, I'm excited as well. You said you wish money grew on trees, man. I'd be out there chopping trees now. You hear me? You hear me? Who's my pet cat this year? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to say Trayvon Diggs, but I'm going to go with Neville Gallimore. Because Neville Gallimore was a guy when he got drafted, and you guys saw my live stream when I did for the draft, and I basically was saying the whole time like, oh, they got to get Gallimore right here, because when I saw Bradley and I was like, shh, they get Bradley and I and Neville Gallimore. So I'm just saying that this is all going to be for the better. I'm loving what I'm seeing with these guys. I really am. You said you'll be playing $5. Return on investments, baby. That's what it is. Yeah, I can't wait to see Diggs either. No, Mike McCarthy not playing. And it's that no nonsense. It's that player accountability thing, right? That we talked about. See, Jason Garrett talked about accountability, but he never enforced accountability. Mike McCarthy seemed like the type of cat that's like, I expect this, that, and the third, and nothing less. So you better get your out here and get it together. That's pretty much where he going with that. Do I think they'll let Donovan Wilson play? Sure, if he makes the team. Yeah, I think they will. I mean, everybody's pet cat is CeeDee Lamb. You got to come with something different though, because CeeDee Lamb is expected, right? But if that's your look, I'm sorry, I can't tell you who your pet cat can be, but I'm just saying everybody knows that CeeDee Lamb is going to be a beast, and again he's going to do maybe 10% special teams and the rest on offense. No news on Gregory. We man, it'll probably be one of those things with Randy Gregory where they'll do it, they'll reinstate him and won't say nothing. they'll just do it. It'd just be like in a random middle of the season type of thing. Oh, you came back. I didn't know you were coming back, Joseph. Appreciate you coming back though. What's my record position? Prediction? Um, I don't like to do that this early though, especially because we didn't have no offseason. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Don't get upset when you see the first couple of games of the season, right? It's gonna be sloppy as hell, right? I'm telling you guys this right now. I'm forewarning you. When you watch these Cowboy games, and it's not just the team, every team is gonna be sloppy as hell. It's because again, you haven't had that opportunity to come out there and do what you need to do. It's like you're playing on one leg. So, with that being said, understand when I say this, don't expect perfection the first couple of games of the season. Because again, I think the first couple of games is going to be like they're going to count, but they're going to be almost like they're going to look messy like preseason games. You said Randy would just walk into the start week 4. Yeah, not without the COVID test stuff, but I get what you meant. You said 11-5. Wow, it's pretty good. If we go 11-5, it's a good season. Yeah. You said you think the Cowboys will be 10-6 gridiron? Quite possible. I don't see us losing less than 10 games though. Will Zeke run actual wide receiver routes this year? I don't think that it'd be an actual wide receiver route. I think that they might hand toss it to him in the flat. Um, they'll throw it out to him in the flat. That's what they'll do. They might, because again, we know that Jason Garrett does the same thing over and over again. But I think that when we had him under Garrett's regime, they did a screenplay with him and it worked. So, I mean, a wheel route. So, if you do that wheel route now, it should probably work because it's not something that they do all the time. So, you wouldn't even see it coming. So, yeah, you might see Zeke out. Now, if he does a running route, it'll definitely be a wheel route or a screen. No predictions for me. We'll see how the Cowboys season play. I feel the same way, Alan. I don't really have a number. I'll let you guys do the number stuff. I see a lot of screens to Zeke and Tony Pollard. Mike McCarthy said in his press conference already that Ezekiel Elliott's going to get the ball a lot. Like he said it like, you better get him a fantasy or something. Like that's the way he said it. He was like, hedge your bets on Ezekiel Elliott. He going to make you money. 11-5 should make it with the playoffs. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did change the playoff rules too. Let's see. More screens than Zeke and Tony Pollard. Yeah, definitely. Now, what you're also going to see is them go in a situation where it's going to be I formation. You're going to see You're going to see situations where Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott are in at the same damn time, and it's just gonna be chaos, man. They're just gonna be running all through the shit. So I'm just saying, plenty of play action schemes. RPO, yes, Alan. RPO. Remember, Dak Prescott can run too, so they can do anything off of that RPO, off of those screenplays. They can do anything. Do you think we're going to run the flea flickers and reverses and trick plays? They might possibly do that, but I don't think they're going to do that all the time. That's going to be in certain situations when it calls for it. Who lost some weight? You talking about Zeke or Tony Pollard? Tony Pollard did lose weight, but he actually went back to his actual playing weight. So he's at like 212, 215 right now. Man, but they can do a lot of things with Tony Pollard. I just hope that they don't use him like the first or second game of the season, and then you're gonna go stretches where you don't even hear from him, and you be like, "Well, what the hell was that?" You think Gallup will have more catches than yards than Cooper? I mean, it's quite possible because again, teams are going to concentrate on Amari Cooper. But it's got to be scary for these defenses because again, I told you guys before, the way that this offense is going to be predicated is going to be predicated on spreading the defense out. And what happens when you spread a defense out, guys? That middle is wide open. So guess what happens in that middle? Screenplays, RPOs, and seam routes to the tight end, Blake Jarwin. Open the jar. Told y'all about that, right? Open the jar. So when we start opening the jar, 20-yard seam route for a touchdown. Just off some simple stuff. Because we can. So I just look at it like that. I think that everybody's going to eat. Mike McCarthy already said himself that Ezekiel Elliott is going to get the ball a lot. So rest up, young fella, because you'll be all over the place. Nah, he ain't gonna ghost Pollard, but I know that he likes fullbacks too. So because of the simple fact that we don't have fullbacks, well, we don't have Jameis Olawale right now, and I think that this is probably a worse time for him. And again, I'm not going to say anything about him, opting out because again, some of these guys are scared. They got families. They think they're that and the third. But for the other players that are here, understand that they're not gonna. None of that's gonna happen. Yeah, Jarwin's going to get a lot of looks. I want to say that he might get 700, 800 yards. I mean, yeah, shit. You never know. When you look at the combination, oh my God, like just thinking about what they can potentially do with this team is just phenomenal to me. Maybe some yards for Blake Bell. We don't know. I know that they're going to use him as a blocker, but he can always catch the ball as well. So we'll see. That's pretty much where that's going to go. Defense ain't going to know what they're not. Because again, you know what the beauty of it is? You know what the beauty of it is, Deontay? The beauty of it is they're not going to be able to put 8 men in a box. You can't put 8 men in the box because somebody is going to slip through there with their little. They're going to slip through the cracks, and they're going to win. So I look at it like this: it's a win-win. Drawing a play action should be wide open for level. That's what I said, Michael. When you spread that defense out, they're not going to know what to do. You can hit them with Tony Pollard. You can hit them with Ezekiel Elliott. You can hit them with CD Lamb. CD for TD, baby. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. But again, don't get your hopes up high because I'm telling you, these first couple of games of the season are going to be rough. They're going to be rough because there's no preseason. These guys are cold. So, I hate to say trust the process, but yeah, you got to trust the process on this one. Pick your poison offense. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Zeke looking lighter, quicker on his feet. Ooh, can't wait. But he was good last year, too. A lot of people kept saying stuff because of the simple fact that they were trying to, go off base with it. But again, that old regime was gone, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Chris, we all got to keep it real, man. That's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. What time is it? 10:39. What up, Edwin? How you doing, brother? Oh, Mr. DC Fitty, you know I'm gonna talk my ish, bro. You already know. Over under Zoto. No, but see the thing. You don't need but what we have in the air, you don't need Zeke to go 1,800 yards. You don't. He could just get his little 1,000 and we'll be good because again that ball going to be spread out all over the place. So look at it like that. Oh yeah, that's because you're 3 hours behind on the West Coast. That's why. Zeke is the best running back in the league. I'll go with that. It's up to Dak to get there. The guys the ball. He'll be all right. I mean, he could get. I mean, Amari Cooper said it himself. He loves the way that Dak Prescott throws the ball. He said that Dak throws a good ball. He said they're very catchable. He doesn't beam it like Jay Cutler used to do. He don't beam the ball like Brett Favre used to do back in the day, like just tearing up people's fingers and splitting them up. You know, but I'm not catching that ball. Because I guarantee if I was out there as a wide receiver and if I had a quarterback that had a tendency to throw the ball too hard, I come up the middle and next thing you know, you just see the ball zip by. You're like, damn, he didn't even throw his hands up. Because I ain't ripping these fingers up. What's wrong with you? Shit. What's week 15? Is that 49ers game? That's it. Oh yeah. Well, you know, my situation right now is different. So I don't have my home anymore. I don't have my Cowboys wall anymore because I sold my house. So I'm once I get a new home though, my new man cave will be even better than what I had before. He said Favre broke all his wide receivers' fingers. Yeah, Donald Driver knew. Because I'm telling you, like, you just can't be beaming the jump like that. Just that's why ain't nobody like Jay Cutler. Because Jay Cutler was that guy. Yeah, week 15 is 49ers. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now, I will say that I got to give the 49ers their credit too. A very well run team as well. Um, I just say let the best team win when it comes to that standpoint. Hopefully, Jarwin will develop into something like Kittle. Quite possibly. They already said that he can do that. I mean, he has the skill set to do it. Yeah. What is it? Oh, you said in the cold too? Nope. Right, because come on now. You know the Packers play in cold weather every year. So you talking about throwing a ball that hard in the cold weather? All this split up, all this toe up. Just you talking about like all types of calluses and boils and warts and ripped up fingers and stuff. Like you don't even want to touch their hands. It's so bad. Cutler and Denver and Chicago. He's not even in the league anymore, is he? Uh huh. The cold, exactly. I hope Xavier Woods take the next step aside to see him draft. Yeah, I think I'm telling you, I think I'm pretty sure these all of these DBs are going to do well this year. I'm rooting for these guys. I really am, and I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. I really am. Victor, you say you going into work 4 hours. All right, man. Appreciate you coming through, Victor. Sucks what happened to Cutler with the wifey issues. What happened to Cutler? Oh, his wife left him. Oh, shit. I know what that's like. Unfortunately. Uh, yeah, Tavon. Yeah, Tavon Austin did sign with the 49. I don't know if that was. I mean, it might be good for him because I think that they're good at using those young, shifty, fast wide receivers. I wish Tavon Austin was still here. I really liked him though. I thought he was dope. Um, but that's you can't have everybody, unfortunately. So that's just the way that the world works. Oh, can't forget about Dak. Dakota Rain Prescott, 400, 500 rushing yards. Nah, if he get that many rushing yards, that means we losing because ain't no way in hell. Like that means the offensive line just went to sleep. That's what that means. It's being a shutting down the fun. Tavon Austin, you mean that? Yeah, he just spelled it wrong. I knew what he meant. You said she said Rue. You said she said he was lazy. See, that's the thing. Like when you look at Jay Cutler, right? Don't he look like he lazy? Like he even throw the ball. Like he throw the ball hard, but he still has a lazy disposition. It's like I'm not really the leader on this team, guys. I just throw the football, and that's a terrible way to think. Unbelievable. It's definitely not a laughing matter. It's not because I know what it's like firsthand. I know what it's like. Dak does need more design plays though. Yeah, and I think that under Mike McCarthy and now with them going with more of a West Coast type of offense, I think that it's gonna behoove Dak Prescott to be wanting to be attentive, and I think that it's gonna be good for Dak Prescott because they're gonna be able to do more stuff with him. You said he does have that look. Yeah, he definitely do. Juan from East Texas. All right, brother, I see you in here. Color looks like Eli's brother. Yeah, with that little that face that oh man. You said Color is $100 million man. I'd be chilling too. Does he even play in the league anymore? Where's he at? Hmm. What we got? Oh, Sandman in the building. What's up, Sandman? Um, I did want what I wanted to say before I end the stream. You said maybe take a booth job. Damn, that's messed up. He said a Napoleon Dynamite type. Yeah, he does have Napoleon Dynamite vibes with him though. I can see that. You think Philly gonna have an O line? No, I talked about that. They lost their starting left tackle, so they're gonna be in trouble. You say he's a diabetic, which makes you kind of loner. What is diabetes changes your personality like that too? That's weird. That's crazy. Steroids and macro. Yo, wow with that one, yo. Lakers fan, you about to go to bed? All right, appreciate it. I'm actually gonna head off on a live stream soon myself. I want to say any last comments or question, guys, before I end the stream tonight. Do you think 3,000 yard receiver, 800 yards tight end? That's quite possible, Edwin. I mean, hell, you almost had last year when we had Randall Cobb. You almost had all three of them with 1,000 yards. If it wasn't for the drops and if it wasn't for just other miscues in the game. Christopher Seaman, I appreciate it, man. I try to stay as positive as I can. Oh yeah, before you guys go, I do want to say, um, and I talked to Joseph Heatherly about this as well. We talk about good faith, good stuff. Those of you that like, and I told you guys before, we I'm all about the positivity. I'm all about the good health. We know that with COVID-19 going on, I got you, Joseph. Um, I know with COVID-19 going on and everything, it's got a lot of people with a lot of thoughts. With the stuff that's going on in the world, out there with the police brutality and the election stuff, and everything is crazy right now. And America just seems like it's just going through a tizzy right now. I do want to say that I value your guys' mental health. And say if you guys are going through something and you need to talk to, what up, Mom? If you guys are going through stuff and you just need somebody to talk to, just to vent. It's so many Cowboy fans in here, and of course, Gridiron, I know you 49ers, but again, and there's fans of other teams that are around too. Just because we're fans of other teams doesn't mean that we can't come together and come to a common consensus on something. And one thing that I'm gonna preach to you guys on this channel all the time is I'm serious about this mental health thing. And I want everybody in here that's listening right now and I charge you, if you're going through something in your personal life, talk to somebody, whether it's a close family member, whether it's somebody that you're just cool with, it doesn't matter. Like, talk to somebody. If you want to seek a professional, go get counseling, because I'm telling you, you want to feel good. Your mind, body, and soul matters. All of that is a part of it. It affects your health. It affects your mental, like how you feel and what you think on an everyday basis. And sometimes you might not even think that you have a problem, but you might. You never know until you hash those things out. But you have to be willing to do that. And like I said, I want you guys to understand tonight that, again, we're going through this right now. It's a tough situation in this world today. I want everybody that watches my channel, even those that are not on the live stream tonight, they'll probably see it. But at the end of the day, we all got to look out for each other. It don't matter what color we are. It don't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter what religion we are. I don't give a damn about none of that. All I care about is us coming together for one common thing. And I know that football is big because that's our getaway. But outside of all of that, just stay safe. And chat it out. Chat it out. Even if you just need somebody to pray for you, it's plenty of people in here. Hell, you could DM me if you had questions about something. Y'all know my Instagram and my Twitter is the same. E2 Blue Entertainment. So it's all that. So with that being said, guys, any last final words before I end the chat? That's it. Oh, I think I missed some of you guys saying something. Yeah, Coco, stay safe. Definitely, Coco. Is everyone staying safe out there? Be careful. Yes, definitely. No problem, Sheila. This is what we're all about. This is what we're all about, man. We're all about that mental health here. I appreciate you guys coming through tonight. God bless everyone, guys, and look out for my future videos and stuff like that. And just pray that we get a chance to watch football this year. That's the biggest thing. So anyway, peace out, y'all. Good night.